For Northeast, 5 changes as well. Leodo will captain the side once again. We're in Guwahati for what is the end of the league stage of Hero ISL Season 6. The last time Chennai faced Northeast, they were number 3 from bottom, and 3 points were a necessity, not an option. Tonight, they have the chance to finish third in the absence of these gentlemen in the Northeast squad. From almost rock bottom to making it to the semis, if you're looking for the greatest story of comebacks in the ISL, look no further than Owen Coyle's Chennai FC. Yet one field is far from over. In front of them today, a Northeast side that is playing for the badge, playing for their fans present here today, and playing for pride. As both teams look to end the league stage on a high, get ready for a thriller-minute ride as we have Let's Football on Pranjal Banerjee's whistle in Guwahati one last time this season. And welcome back to Russell Osman on commentary.
It looks a lovely night for football, actually. There's a little bit of rain, so the ball will be zipping about on the surface. It's a good surface here in Guwahati. It doesn't look that warm either. You look at one or two of the players. We saw a quick close-up of Gallego and a couple of the other lads that aren't playing tonight for North East United. They're all nicely wrapped up, so it should be ideal. So expect a fast, quick, purposeful game of football.
Certainly showing purpose there. Milan Singh with that ball from Shavish. Straight into the hands of Karanjit, who has 13 clean sheets, no less in the ISL. But comes into the 11 and gets the captain's armband.
Milan Singh making a break forward from midfield. We don't see that very often. Neither do we see him hit the target with his first attempt of the night.
Be intriguing, this battle between Chavez and Tangdi, the number 22 in Chennai's defence, along with Saigani, the Afghani international.
Yes, Saigani is experienced pro. He'll be trying to keep that back four together tonight. It'll be very interesting to see how they do. Edwin playing a right back for Chennai FC tonight. I've seen him perform really well in midfield alongside Anu Thapa.
Yeah, one of the 39 Indian debutants this season, Edwin Sidney Vanspal. The number 39 gets added to the list today with the number 23 for Northeast being given an opportunity by this man, Khalid Jamil, Aimol, or Remy, as possibly we'd like to call him, for Chennai FC, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, on one side he's called Remy, so Remy sounds good to me. And as you said, he's making his debut. There's Radim, scored a couple of spectacular goals early on in the season. Boy, could they do with a couple of goals from him tonight.
Yeah, the only positive has been that all his goals this season have come right here in Guwahati, as we get a hint of rain as well in the northeast of India. Chavez has a bit of a disappointing from Northeast United's point of view. Just one goal, a couple of assists early on in the season.
Yeah, surprising to have a foreign player so young come in, and I think a lot was expected of him. And maybe he would have provided a few more opportunities for the team if it had still had Asamoah Gyan as his target man.
Still early days in his career, just 21 years of age, Martin Chavez.
Yeah.
There's the man.
He'll be playing in goal in a minute. One of the number ones on his back is coming adrift. You see how chilly it is. Radim's got an all-weather top underneath his shirt.
Can you imagine for a boy who's played a lot of football in Shillong and also now in Guwahati, quite used to this, but no harms in just taking an extra precaution here and there.
Yeah, wrap up warm.
Good to see Dhanpal Ganesh getting back into the starting 11 for Chennai FC. Such a pivotal figure in their title-winning season, the season 4 under John Gregory. This man's taken over and has produced a script like nobody would have expected him to.
Yeah, we're speaking in the pre-match show about, man management and the same players that were at the club at the start of the season. But somehow, whatever it was, just managed to get them believing in themselves a little bit more, get them understanding how he wanted them to play. And it started to work, and winning becomes a habit.
Also looking at similarities between That season 2 when they went on to beat FC Goa in that famous final at Fatorda. Coming from 2-1 down to win 3-2. They had 3 wins in the first ended match.
Yeah, Stephen Mendoza was at 13 goals that season, which is the point that Valskis is on at this moment in time. Valskis sitting this one out. I wonder how disappointed he is in not playing tonight, or whether he's actually putting the team achievements ahead of his own.
Want them to be missing the first leg of the semi-final, which will be on the 29th in Chennai, regardless of who they play. See, it's in their hands, which nobody would have imagined either a couple of match days ago.
Yeah, but I think once he's made his team selection, then the message will be very clear that he wants to win this game of football.
Goyan, Valskis, Criviero and Vishal Khed, all 4 of them were on 3 yellow cards going into this match, which is why none of them feature in Chennai's starting 11 today, or for that matter in the squad.
Tangri with a little bit of a wild clearance.
Stop-start beginning to this. Couple of challenges coming in from behind. You saw Dhanpal early on. This time Masi Seghani, the guilty party, as Pranjal Banerjee spotted something.
Just goes to show you that there's no friendly games, there's no easing off, even though it's the last game of the season for both of these teams.
Milan Singh, Nintoy as an option, but I'm sure Milan Singh will be looking to supply this one.
Yeah, Nintoy's not going to swing that in with his left foot, that's for sure.
Milan goes towards the far post.
Mind you, it might have been better if he did.
Didn't quite reach the man he was looking for, Nim Dorji.
Well, the free kick is no wider than the edge of the 18-yard box, so it's a little bit inexcusable to miss all your teammates by that far.
Big game from Northeast United FC's point of view, only because we're winless in 13 and they've got to stop that run at some stage. With a win tonight, that'll be handy against the 2-time champions, why not?
Yeah. First and foremost, they need a performance. You know, their last game left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, losing to the bottom place side, Hyderabad, 5-1 in front of their fans here in Guwahati. Need to finish on a high, and
yeah, listen, they were lucky to lose only 5-1. It could have been 5-1 in the first, well, it could have been 5 in the first 10 minutes, couldn't it?
Absolutely, and it's intriguing that it was Northeast who had 29 points. With this scoreline, Chennai go to 29 points this season. Such a contrasting season for both these sides.
For Northeast, you think it's back to the drawing board again?
It's almost been like that every season, Russ. And you come to think about it, their first season when likes of Miguel Garcia were playing for them, Capdevilla was their marquee player.
Fantastic that season.
And they rose again. Then they had to rely on certain goal scorers that were brought into the squad. And after that, the highs of season 5 under El Kushatori when they reached the semi-finals and in fact beat Bengaluru in the first leg here.
Yeah, fantastic. Big injury to Gallego in the second leg. There he is wearing the cap in the middle. Komorski on his left. There's Andy Keogh on the other side of him. Keogh went off injured just prior to the end of that game against Hyderabad.
It's intriguing because the kind of start Andy Keogh had when he got his first place in the starting 11 against Chennai FC at the Marine Arena. Had an early opportunity. It comes to mind, and he could have scored, and it could have been a different season altogether for him.
Could have been so different.
Since then, of course, Chennai went from 8th to 6th after that game, and then from 6th to 4th tonight. And a chance to rise all the way up to 3rd for Northeast United FC's point of view. That first injury to Gian was when they were still 4th, as we see a ball towards Nintoy here. Redeem making the run as well. Looks for an option, finds it in the form of Chavez, but a good challenge coming in from Dhanpal Ganesh.
If only Nintoy could have got to the ball a bit sooner, because as you said, Redeem was in acres of space.
That'll frustrate a couple of his teammates, because there were options available, but he went for the shot himself.
This is the break from Nintoy. He's very quick. I just thought he had the opportunity just to put it in that big space between the penalty spot and the goal, and just hope that the Redeem would have got onto the end of it. If it had been a 50-50 with the goalkeeper and Redeem, I think there'd have only been one winner.
And that would not be the goalkeeper.
Oops.
They're trying to find the rhythm at Chennai FC, but Northeast doing ever so well here. Regan Singh with the cross. Karanjit parries it away, but only towards Redeem. Chance for Apuya. Leodo still keeping it Northeast United FC's way, but somehow Edwin Sydney gets to it before Redeem again. And Redeem wins a corner for the Highlanders, a much needed one for the home side.
Yeah, a little bit of 6s and 7s is Edwin Vance Paul. I know he's been playing in midfield a lot lately. This was the ball that came in from the right-hand side. Gave Karanjit a little bit of a problem. I think it's one of those he probably could have left for his defender to deal with.
Milan to whip it in, just like he did with the free kick early on.
That's it. The referee's told Karanjit he's watching. Karanjit will still shove him out of the way.
100% with all his experience.
Yeah, watch it. There you go.
Milan towards the far post, cleared away by Chennai's defence. Nintoy with a great opportunity, but what a challenge that is from Segani. It almost falls while he was trying to clear it as well. Good turn. Milan Singh wins another corner for Northeast United FC. This is a good spell of play for the home side.
Regan having a bit of a waft of that first one. Ganesh trying to clear it, and then Milan Singh with a Johan Cruyff turn.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but why not? Why not today? Milan Singh. The second corner of the game for Northeast towards the near post, cleared away. Good urgency shown here by Rakesh Pradhan, just trying to whip it back into the business area again. Cleared away again by Chennai. It's been the kind of game we've had so far. Hits Dhanpal Ganesh. Does Edwin Sydney. Chavez, look at the number of players waiting for that cross, and he only manages to find the top of Karanjit Singh's net.
Anytime North East United go down the right-hand side, if they just clip the ball to the far side of the 18-yard box, there's a North East United player in acres and acres of space. Nintoy's there. Milan's just behind him. A little bit of 6s and 7s are Chennai at the moment across that back four. There's Apuya, who's had a terrific season, and that's tough for a young lad in a side that has struggled.
Another long ball, looking for Redeem again. Yeah, that's what Northeast United FC would probably look back at, Russell, one day. Likes of Nintoy, Apuya coming through their ranks.
I think there's, when you mention those two players, there's some talent there that's just got to be embraced and worked on. I mean, Nintoy, terrific speed, just got to understand the game a little bit more. When to take a player on, when to put a cross in, how much space does he need to be able to put a cross in? And again, whilst talking about that with Chanti, he's got to create more opportunities for his teammates.
He's come a long way, hasn't he, since those days at Northeast United FC for himself. Just one cap for the Highlanders. Then went to Delhi and then came into his own. Eventually this move to Chennai.
Yeah, but he's got, is it 5 goals this season? 4 goals. I probably should have had about 12. And how many assists? Not enough.
He's got to do more than just the 44 crosses that he's provided this season and the 15 chances that he's created. That's what he's been brought in for, not just the goals, of course. Played away by Rakesh Pradhan before Thoy could get to it. Thoy, another one of those players who've been with Chennai FC. He's the forever man of Chennai FC, isn't he?
Very much. Now there's a lesson for you. When you're playing against somebody who's about 14 stone and 6 foot and built really solid, don't try and run through him.
Heavy ball from Rahim Ali, but eventually Thoy was looking to get to it and wins a throw-in anyway. That's Remy, in fact, on the right-hand side. Watch out for him as well. Born in Manipur is Remy, part of the Chennai FC reserve side since 2018, the number 23, but it will be the number 3, Tondomba, to take the throw-in.
It's such an opportunity for players like him to get an opportunity and start a game in the ISL. More experience.
Tondomba with that throw-in. Great opportunity here. Dhanpal can turn in time.
Dhanpal had a couple of bad injuries, didn't he? Was it a knee 18 months ago? It seems to have taken him a long time to get his form back.
Not clearing it fast enough, and Sanghani out of all the people. From the centre of the Chennai defence to the centre of the Northeast United FC net. 1-0 to the 2-time champions in Guwahati. You can tell from the smile in Owen Coyle's face that means so much to him with the 9 changes that he made.
The only foreigner on the pitch for Chennai at the moment. Lushin Goyen, who scored the winner for Chennai, is out of Mumbai. Sanghani's just hanging about and he bounces around that penalty spot area, so he's a good 12-13 yards out, but he's alert. How quick did he get on that? Just a sweet, sweet strike. You don't have to be precise. Just make good contact with the ball, hit the target, see where it goes.
Well, it was aimed for the centre of the net, but eventually got a deflection from Sorampore, didn't it?
Yep, too well struck.
Right, now Chennai can breathe easy. Waves of Northeast attack in the first 10 or 15 minutes, but eventually Chennai are the side who have the goal. They've only ever won here once. That's in Guwahati with Davide Suchi's winner. The difference in October 2016. It was a long time ago. 3 wins in all. The head-to-head is actually more in favour of Northeast. That counts for very little, as you can see. Although, great opportunity for Northeast. Paya turns, is looking for a penalty. Won't be given. German will clear the lines.
Well, I'll tell you what, why did he not just take the shot on? Did he not fancy it on his left foot? I know he's a young lad, but it's there. Strike the ball. He might have got caught when he checked back by Edwin. No, he did. He got a bit of an elbow. But personally, I think he should have fired the shot off before that. You get caught like that, that's a penalty. Yeah.
100%. But you've got to credit Edwin Sidney as well for just being a little clever there while Apuya was making that turn, and you're absolutely right.
Well, he got close to him, and yeah, he wasn't going to make an attempt to play the ball. Probably didn't expect Apuya to check back on him like that, but once he did and you catch him with your arm, intentionally or not, it's a penalty.
Well, Good ball threaded through towards Toy Singh, but Sorampore this time reads the danger nice and early and collects. That would be intriguing to look back at that chance again, because Apuya probably should have hit it first time with his left foot, but he fancied his right more quite clearly.
Yeah, but whether it's accidental or not, it doesn't matter. You know, he's clobbered him round the side of the face, which is a foul. Penalty. The goal for Chennai was a little bit against the run of play.
But this is so much better. This is like the Chennai we almost expect. As I say, they've lost possession, so I'm not going to say it again. Right, Northeast have to find a way back from this once again. Intriguingly, they are the side that managed to come from behind 5 times this season, the most for any side in ISL Season 6. Chennai, on the other hand, would be looking for a rare double. In fact, they've never done the double of home and away wins over Northeast in a single season. It's a good start with Sekani scoring that early goal for them.
Yep. Second phase off the set piece. A little flick on, little rebound, ricochet, and fell nicely to Sagani, who was alert to the fact that it might be bobbling around there. And just a very good contact from an experienced player.
I remember seeing him for the first time when India and Afghanistan squared off in, I think, the SAF Cup final. It was late 2015 going into 2016.
And umpire Ganesh just getting all over the top of Nintoy. That's one way to stop him.
Absolutely all over.
Yeah.
Toy there, Nintoy there.
Here's the goal again. There's a little bit of a grapple going on. But it's a super strike. Not really got anything to aim at, but he knows where the goal is. So, good, clean, firm contact. Thank you very much. And there you go. Happy boy. He's doing the Valskis goal celebration.
The 13-goal man for Chennai. Not to forget his 5 assists. We won't mention goal contributions just yet, but we will do eventually.
And you just have to.
But 14 goals for Northeast, and that's been the story of their season.
Very much.
Samoa Jian scoring 4 for them. Redeemers 3. Triadis had 2. And other than that, Khalid Jamil's side, or should we say Robert Yanni's side before that, had Keo, Barrero, Gallego, Leodo and Chavez as the only other goal scorers. Vaz coming back into the starting 11 today after being suspended for the previous game. A little nudge from the back on Rahim Ali.
But if you get that tight to your striker, he's going to eventually feel you there and go down and win the free kick. Whether you push him, if you make any contact at all, as the game is these days, they will go to the ground and they will end up winning the free kick. So don't do it, just mark them, be within half a yard of them, but don't make contact.
Baba whips it in, but goes straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Been a bit unfortunate, Tom Dumba. I know he started the season as the main left back. Lost his place though to Jerry. As we see Chennai at the moment, as it stands in 3rd position. And if it stays like that, they will play 80k.
Just wondering who they'll fancy playing as well, although Owen Coyle did mention it doesn't matter, even though the fate is very much in their own fate is very much in their own hands.
Yeah. I think what he will say to his team before today is, listen, we are the form side. We are the team that everybody else doesn't want to play at the moment. So why should we worry about who we might play? Let's just make sure we're all fit and well, and we'll take on anybody.
Yeah, it was John Gregory's Chennai FC, to be precise, that lost to Goa in the first game of the season 3-0. It was John Gregory's Chennai FC that lost 3-0 to BFC away from home. Owen Coyle's Chennai FC lost 4-3 to FC Goa in a 7-goal thriller, and then should have won against BFC another day.
Yeah, should have done. You know, but that 4-3 against Goa, I mean, they just weren't at the races for the first half an hour of the game, and we're 3-0 down by half-time. Managed to get it back to, was it 3-2 before they conceded the fourth? And then they got another goal to make it that 4-3 scoreline.
Against ATK, we know what happened at the Salt Lake, so again, John Gregory's Chennai FC was only at the end of a David Williams strike, which turned out to be the 1000th Hero ISL goal, where Chennai just didn't clear their lines well enough, and then Williams scoring the only goal.
Yeah.
There was 3-1 at the Salt Lake,
Yeah.
and they'll remember that.
ATK at the moment, you'd think they've just lost a little bit of their threat and a bit of their form, for whatever reason. Big defeat at home by Chennai in 1-3.
Yeah, a strong challenge from Ganesh. He's not happy with the decision, but let's have a look at it once again.
But he's just got out of the way as a player, just in time. Yeah, Puya's not said or done anything untoward.
Just put his head in the line there. It's Ganesh, that's more out of frustration than anything else. But it works. Tangri clears it.
We're seeing Puya number 45 for North East United make a lot of runs into the 18-yard box.
See, the idea is very clear from Chennai's midfield. Their defense in particular is to be a little physical. North East United FC, the likes of Nintoy, who got the pace to disturb them. So Dondomba and Segani and Paul Ganesh, already seen a few challenges coming in from them. Apuya would probably just be looking back at that chance that he had, where he could have put a 1-0 to North East.
Wow, that's a high one.
Again, looking for Nim Dorji, who's made that run all the way up to the other side, only to see that happen.
I think both sides could just take the time in possession a little bit more. You know, there's a short pass there on the inside, but the long crossfield pass was chosen.
Somehow gets away from that challenge from Leodo. Thapa threads it through towards Remy. Coming in with a cross, Rakesh Pradhan just in front of him and does enough with that block. Oh, he tries to go on his own now.
Nearly. Oh.
German with a high elbow there, but Pranjal Banerjee doesn't think that's unfair in any way.
Yeah, anything above the shoulder is okay with the ref.
Once again, winning balls is Germanpreet Singh. Doing well in Chennai colours again. Another long ball. Rahim Ali brings it down. Chance of a shot. German goes for it. Sails over.
There was just that long high ball into the 18-yard box towards Thapa, of all people. Ball only made it to the edge of the 18-yard box. One little touch of the layer back to Germanpreet and a little bit wild.
Yeah, the strong physical approach from Deepak Tangri. Very clear, the instruction there. There you go, once again the number 22 for Chennai from the Chandigarh Football Academy and been with the Arrows the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he looks a solid, no-nonsense defender.
Anything that Saigani touches seems to be working at the moment for him. Finding a teammate in the same shirt with that clearance. And now again.
That's better.
Good ball from Ganesh. cross, a bit disappointing from Remy, but he'll win a corner for Chennai FC.
Yeah, that's twice when he's gone to cross the ball behind the defender, in between the back line of defenders, and he's actually hit it straight at that first defender. There's a big space there. All you've got to do is make sure you miss that first defender out.
Especially with Rahim Ali making that run. Eventually, it has brought a corner for the two-time champions. Ganesh can't direct his header well enough, but German will whip it back in. Segani is there. So's Remy. Needs a better cross this time. Northeast just struggling to clear. Eventually, it goes away through Nim's header. And Regan does the rest. But to who is the question that Northeast will be asking.
Yeah, that's where they need to show a little bit more composure. They had the opportunity to play the way out rather than just send a long ball, hopefully, forward.
Another searching ball looking for Thapa. This could be trouble. Anirudh Thapa gets a block on his shot, but win a corner for Chennai FC, but he knows he came ever so close to score second for Chennai tonight.
Yeah, they're giving themselves problems, Northeast United, at the moment. The header cannon off Wayne Vaz. Uedo just managing to get the block on Anirudh Thapa as he checks back onto his right foot. Good defending, good play from Thapa also.
Manu wins the corner, takes it as well, punched away but not very confidently from Soram Borai. Wasi Segani's once again up there. He's looking for a brace already. He's a defender.
And? Meaning? You clarify that last statement, please.
I forgot you were sitting next to me.
I could tell you when my last brace was, but I won't. It might bore you.
No, why not? Come on. Tonight's the chance. It's only the 90th game of the season.
Southampton against Everton at the Dell.
Well done, sir. Since then, they moved to the St. Mary's Stadium and
that was it.
And their under-14 team is in India.
And doing very well so as well. Yeah, a player I used to have is the academy director, Matty Hale. He played for me at Bristol City for a while. He was a great lad, he's a great coach, he's a great administrator of that wonderful Southampton academy now.
Yeah, all of this, of course, for the next generation Mumbai Cup that's going on currently. The challenge from behind. This time, Germanpreet Singh will not evade the yellow card that was coming for a few minutes.
Yeah, he's getting a bit frantic. It's a little bit unnecessary from German there. You're on the halfway line. I might put yourself under pressure for the rest of the game.
See the position which Anirudh Thapa is playing. Very different to how we've seen him play for Chennai or for India for that matter. Making those incisive runs alongside Rahim Ali.
They're letting Rahim just be the spearhead, the main target man, and Anirudh Thapa's got the freedom just to go and get up alongside him, go past him, drop off when we haven't got the ball and just fill in into midfield when needed, but be the first one to break forward when we're in possession. We can see from Anirudh Thapa's touch map how involved he's been in the game so far. Good player, good pass of the ball. What I like about him is when he gets onto a ball and he's got a little bit of time, his first thought is, can I play forward? Have I got a runner? Have I got a Chanti breaking in behind down the left wing? Has Balskis made a run for me? And if not, he's cute enough to see the people close to him and keep possession of the ball with a short pass. Decision making.
Straight into Karanjit's hands. You just see that Karanjit's previous clearance. The only little problem in Anirudh Thapa's game is the fact that he's little. Sometimes those balls just go over his head and they reach the player in the opposition. Other than that, can't fault his 21 chances and the 5 assists that he's given this season. Would love to add to his tally of 2 ISL goals in his career. Maybe tonight. Makes another run. Rahim Ali's down though, with a challenge from Wayne Vaz. And eventually the tussle comes to an end with the referee blowing against the Highlanders.
Wayne Vaz has fouled him about 3 times there. And you've got to say, Rahim he's carried on. He's got up. He's picked himself up after the first foul. Picks himself up after the second one, and then it takes him a 3rd attempt. And Wayne Vaz is still not happy with it.
Just 19 years of age, Rahim Ali. What a moment this is for him as well.
He looks very sharp. Looks keen. Looks like he wants to impress.
But this is the boy wonder. From Chennai's point of view, Anirudh Thapa to whip in another one of his famous free kicks for Chennai, cleared away by the captain on the other side, Leodo. Remy does well, almost does well to give it back to a teammate. He won't find a Northeast player at least.
It was a safe pass.
Safe.
That's good play again by Puya, even though he had somebody hanging onto his shirt tails like that as well.
Leodo still manages to find Rakesh Pradhan. Has put a cross in, but very comfortable for Karanjit Singh.
Yeah, I think Pradhan was a bit disappointed there, wasn't he, that he didn't have a teammate in the 18-yard box. Just a slight tug.
Edward missed the ball in the first attempt, but eventually got to it. Been that kind of a game for him, but what a season he's had under Owen Coyle in particular.
I think Owen Coyle was just saying to Edwin there, listen, sometimes if you got the ball, just clip it down the line. We've got a young lad up front that will chase everything for you in Rahim, so don't think you have to try and be clever in a confined area.
It's the 18-year-old Nintoy who's down this time in his 11th ISL game. The battle on between him and Dondomba on that left-hand side. Cross comes in, cleared away by the man who can't put a foot wrong today, or a head for that matter, Asi Segani.
Segani is doing very well. Look at the break through the middle of the pitch from Thapa. Just couldn't quite get turned around.
Again, lets it bounce, does Edwin Sydney.
He's not doing himself any favours at the moment, Edwin Sydney. First time he should have just controlled the ball. Like you said, Anand, you don't let it bounce. Probably like your squash game a bit.
Let's not go there. But what about that? Thapa just knew Rahim Ali has more pace than Nim Dorji to get to it faster. And that's the vision, that's the composure that Anirudh Thapa has that just separates him from a lot of other midfielders flying for that.
It's about appreciating the ability of the person that you're working with. You know, if you know he's quick, trust him. Just give the pass an extra couple of yards so that he can break away from his opponent.
Let's see if Chavez can show the same sort of vision. He had 2 willing runners next to him. Yeah. Eventually it falls to Regan Singh, luckily for Chavez. Redeem. Good ball forward. Karanji just shielding it away from the danger of Chavez, and he's asking for a corner. I'm not sure he's going to get one there.
No, I'm not sure he will. No. I don't think it touched anybody on the way through. That's probably the one part of Chavez's game that you'd say is lacking. He's not quick enough. You know, without being cruel about it, you know, you need that explosive change of pace.
That's something Owen Coyle will not worry about. The stat of Northeast picking up more points than against any other side. Against Chennai, they've had 6 wins, 2 draws, 20 points. Really fancy playing against the 2-time champions, but it hasn't quite worked out for them.
Yeah. Only as good as your last game.
Last time they met was the Marine Arena with 2 brilliant goals. One from distance from Criviero, which is probably still the goal of the season, you reckon?
Oh, it's difficult to say. We've had so many wonderful goals this year in ISL 6. That's just one of many.
Criviero was the hero of the match in that game, just not playing this one. Goyan became one of Chennai's 5 goal scorers this season in the previous game against Mumbai City FC, scoring against his former side as well. What a story that was.
And what a good finish it was. It was a difficult finish, came through quickly from a flick on at the near post from a right wing corner. Finished it like a striker.
Also finished it past, if not the best, one of his best friends in Indian football, in Amrinder Singh. They always have a real warm exchange every time they meet.
You see, Apuye carried the ball a long way there, but ended up finding himself down a bit of a cul-de-sac, nowhere to go.
Good pressure this from Remy, but Rakesh Pradhan does well. Leudo.
That's where they need that runner up front. That's the ball.
He's found the runner now. Ninto is down. Could be a penalty. Will be
penalty all day
a penalty. And a red card to go with that. Wow, Chennai in trouble here. Dondomba's done for the day.
I didn't think they did that anymore. I thought because of the penalty, because he's given the penalty, and I might be wrong, I thought you got the booking, you give the penalty away, you didn't send the player off. You could say the initial contact's just outside, but he's actually pushed him over in the box. I would say the penalty decision is correct.
It was like double penalty for a
double jeopardy, they call it, isn't it? I thought in that case it was just a yellow card, penalty, and that's the punishment. Chance to equalise.
The 9 changes didn't pose the best possible opportunity for Northeast United FC to pick up 3 points. This certainly is now. Down to 10 men are the 2-time champions. In goal, a player and goalkeeping coach, Karanjit Singh. Chavez stepped up to take it and is still going to take it.
Yeah. Needs to show a bit of composure. Tom Dunbar making his way to the changing room.
Chavez goes the other way, Karanjit the other, and Northeast United FC are back on level terms. His 2nd goal of this campaign, and the Islanders have something to cheer about, but plenty to talk about in terms of the decision.
Yes, I think that the decision was right for the penalty, whether it warranted or should have been a red card, a straight red. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll be able to talk about that at half-time. But a good penalty. Showed a lot of composure. Waited for Karanjit to dive to his left. And just slotted it the other way. Very composed from the young man. Certainly enjoyed it.
See what it means to him. And a well-taken penalty as well. Just waited for Karanjit Singh to show which way he was heading, and then the ball went the other way.
Yeah. A good time to get back on level terms. Owen Coyle not very impressed. Oh. Another yellow card for Khalid Jamil, I think.
Yeah, it is for Khalid Jamil, just intriguingly so as well. You just look back at that challenge from Tondomba.
No, the argument is there's contact made outside the box. I think the foul has been committed inside the box. Right, as it stands, Chennai back to fourth.
Where's that one goal from Chavez that matters? He's got 11 at the back of his shirt, which has almost come down to 1 as well.
Yeah, 1.5 as it stands.
1.5. But they've had about 1.5 clear-cut chances in the game as well. Almost became 2.5 with Nintoy there. Tiapuya with that gilt-edged opportunity where he could have fired it in for Northeast.
I could have had a penalty as well. Just need to find the composure again. Do Chennai. See Nintoy there. Just wondering about him. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential. I look forward to seeing him next season. See if and how he does improve.
When Sydney Vance ball clears. Remy still battling it out. Wayne Vaz steps up all the way near the halfway mark. Again, Segani doing ever so well and finding Thapa as well with that pass.
Yeah, Thapa's going to have to jump into midfield. Now I'm not quite sure who's slid into that left back position at the moment. I'll let you know in a second.
I think they made Toy just sit back a little bit and shield that left back position for now, Russ.
Yeah. You would think if it's not a natural left back there, then why is Nintoy playing down the left hand side for North East United? Why doesn't he go back to play on the right against somebody who's a temporary left back?
They do have the option of Jerry on the bench.
Yeah.
The younger Jerry.
Yeah, so while Toy's there, you would want to try and get the ball out to the North East United right winger, whether it's Redeem, who we see there, or Nintoy, and say, come on, have a real go at him. He's not a natural defender. Just about time for the whistle to blow for the half-time break.
Yeah, just coming to the end of the extra 2 minutes that have been added on. Owen Kaur still having a word with Ranjit Bakshi, I think the fourth official. You would have thought he would have picked up the yellow card with with protesting that red card for Tondomba. It was Khalid Jamil who was shown one.
There's a lot goes on down there.
That's the whistle, and that signals half-time here at the Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium in Guwahati, where Owen Coyle's side took a lead through this man, Masi Segani, scoring his first. Eventually, Chavez scored his second of this campaign to bring things back on level terms. In between all of this, there's a red card to Tondonba, and the two-time champions are down to 10 men. An intriguing second half lies on the other side. Guwahati. They went a goal up, courtesy of Masi Saigani. Eventually conceded a penalty through Tondomba, who also saw red, which means the two-time champions are down to 10 men, and Northeast have also found a way back through Chavez's penalty, which is why the scoreline reads Northeast 1, Chennai 1. 3 shots in all, but just a solitary shot on target for Chennai. It matters more so because if it was a goal from Saigani, they have gone international. You see from the match stats, 2 corners each for the two sides. Intriguingly, Chennai have only ever beaten Northeast in Guwahati once. That was back in 2016. But things have changed since then, and things have changed this season as well. When you have a centre-back scoring a goal, it tells you the kind of season Chennai are having.
Yeah, it fell to the right person in the 18-yard box because he didn't half give it a thumb, that goal. And then this was the penalty decision. A few minutes later, a little shove in the back by Tondomba, Martin Chavez. Very calmly taking the penalty.
Keep fighting is the message from the Highlander Brigade, as they're famously called, the fan club of Northeast United FC. Just a bit of a delay here as we get ready for the second half in Guwahati. Nice little breeze blowing through, as you can see, with a smile on Anirudh Thapa's face.
Yeah, I thought they might take Anirudh Thapa off second half. You know, obviously they're going to be playing the second half a man short. This was a penalty shout earlier when Apuya checked out of a challenge and was caught by Edwin on the side of the face. And here was Tapa 2 minutes later, getting a shot blocked by Ludo.
What a vital touch that was from Leodo, who's captaining the side as well. Owen Cole side, of course, looking to move up to third in the points table. You look at him, you ask him if that matters. If it matters who he plays in the semi-finals, he'll probably say no. But you ask the fans of Chennai FC, they'll tell you they'd want to finish above the defending champions.
They will do. Listen, everybody wants to finish as high up as they can. As the boys just took it in, Crivelado, that's one for his mate. You know, he's not having both of those, by the way. I'm sure he's taking one for a pal of his just round the corner. Probably Goyan. 2 slices of pizza at the same time.
Look, if you scored 7 goals, given 6 assists and created 45 chances, you're allowed 2 slices. Maybe more.
Looks like he's enjoying it as well. Pepperoni?
Possibly, before Dragos could come anywhere near it.
I think Owen Cole can see him. So you could look at my players up there having a great time. There you are. Proper pro. Bag of popcorn on the floor.
Well, that's what a delayed second half can do. Bring the best out of Russell Osman, the former England international, alongside me in commentary.
Just waiting for a bit more heavier rain before we start. Really starting to thump it down a bit now.
Right, finally, time for Let's Football again in Guwahati. One last half this season. The Highlanders on a winless run of 13 games, but they found a way back through that penalty taken well by Martin Chavez, the 21-year-old South American. Struggling to keep pace with that one as Tangri gets to it before starting in centre-back today for Chennai FC alongside Saigani, the goal scorer. But clearance there as well. Early days in his career, 21 years of age. It's his 4th appearance in the Hero ISL. Deepak Tangri will love a goal as well. Last couple of goals from Chennai FC players have both come from centre-backs. Goyan with a winner against Mumbai. Saigani tonight. Now you heard that right. Goyan against Mumbai. That was the story.
Great finish. Finished like a striker. And what an important goal that was for them as well. Chavez just giving a little nudge in the side to Tangri. Don't make him angry.
He needs goal scorers, and in an absolute hurry. Lost Gian, lost Criades, lost Barrero.
Yeah.
And no Gallego today.
I think that's what Igor Stimac was saying at half-time, wasn't it? The amount of goals scored by all the Indians on the North East United side. It's all down to redeem.
Been that kind of a season for them. But take nothing away from the 40 Indians who scored 66 goals this season.
Yeah. Great contribution. There's some of the North East United lads that aren't playing tonight. Andy Keogh, Gallego, Komorski. I thought Komorski was going to be playing tonight, to be honest.
Almost a perfect ball back towards Thapa. That's exactly what he was looking for. German Preet Singh.
Could you see Sagani pushing a little bit further forward from that centre-half position in that last phase of play?
He'll have to track back now, and there's the danger of Chavez lurking around, but Sagani again does ever so well. What a game he's having for Chennai tonight.
You picking hero of the match tonight, are you?
No, in fact, I was just going to tell you, we've had 49 Indians winning Hero of the Match awards this season, so Sagani is not Indian. There you go, good run.
Big contribution from Sagani tonight. Like I say, if he can now make sure they don't concede again, then they definitely have the players on the pitch that can steal a winner. North East United just got to keep the ball moving like they are doing, but probably a little bit quicker. Got to get the Chennai players chasing the ball. Got to try and make them work hard.
There you go. Looks like Toy still in that left back position for Chennai. We're down to 10 men, let's not forget.
Interesting.
Interesting conversation with Russell Osman and half-time as well about we're less than that now.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if he does stay on the pitch for the whole of the 90 minutes. I know he was suspended for a game 2 matches back, so he did have a bit of a breather then. Came back for the last game against Mumbai. Was it Mumbai? Yeah, Mumbai. But you wouldn't really expect him to play the full 90 minutes here.
Yeah, he did say that he would have made 11 changes over in Coyle if he had the choice.
Yeah.
He had a few injuries in the squad to deal with.
Well, the only 2 from the last starting lineup were Anu Thapa and Edwin Van Spal. He's looking a little bit more composed at right back now. Seen him play a lot in midfield. He played very well in midfield. Plenty of touches from Manu Thapa tonight. Great passer of the ball. Good engine. Was playing just behind the sole striker earlier on in the game when they did have 10 outfield players, but now he's had to resort more to a normal midfield role.
Just wondering how Chennai approached this. Northeast, of course, looking for nothing less than a win, but down to 10 men, would Chennai be happier with a point, or would they still absolutely go for it given the changes that they made today?
I think you would just make sure that you are very solid when you are out of possession of the ball and just say, right, let's just soak up as much pressure as we can, and if we can hit our opponents on the break, we'll try and do that. I think they've got a willing runner up front in Raheem, who's got a bit of pace. But what they won't want to do, they won't want to get stretched out too much, Chennai.
Looking at that bench there as well, Russell Changte, Eli Sabia, Jerry Dinliana as well there.
Yeah. But only Changte really is an out-and-out attacking player.
Eleven times these sides have met each other. 6 wins for Northeast, 3 for Chennai, 2 draws in there, which is why Northeast have picked up 20 points against Chennai and FC, more than against any other side in the ISL. Of course, these 2 sides go all the way back to season 1.
I think what North East really need is one of the centre halves just to come out of the back four and just release one of the midfield players to get further and further forward. You know, they're still playing that more or less a flat back four. Regan staying in their right back position. Vaz, Nim and Pradham at the left back slot. But one of them has got to really sort of step forward and try and outnumber Chennai in that midfield slot. Great ball.
Almost had a chance of a shot earlier than that. Doesn't take it, and then the second opportunity was a lot tighter than the first. Regan Singh wins it. Takes a shot as well, but that'll be comfortable again for the two-time champion himself, Karanjit Singh. Both times with Chennai.
Yes, technically very good on that shot. Everything behind the ball. Nice ball from Mapuya again. Clipping it out to Redeem. Went to pull the trigger. Thought he was going to get blocked. Thapar making the challenge.
It's back to the keeper on the other end. As it stands, Chennai know that with a draw, they'll only manage to get to 29, which will keep them at fourth. A win is what they need to rise above the defending champions and then to pick 80k as their semi-finalists.
Yeah, North East with one more point just takes them nowhere actually. Just on to 14 points.
Foul from Thapar. No malice in there, so just apologise to Abuya. We'll get up.
Just need to be careful going in for a challenge like that. You can see he's already got a strapping on the inside of his right thigh. Thapar. You don't want to go and get yourself injured.
This boy has he come a long way as Anirudh Thapar. Just talk about him in a second. As Nintoy got a touch of the ball, was too heavy, made life easy for Chennai. It's an intriguing battle. It was between Tondomba and Nintoy, and now it's become Nintoy versus Toy.
Nintoy versus Toy.
On that right hand side for Northeast.
Oh.
Good turn from Leodo. Once again, Milan Singh creating an option, but Leodo doesn't use it.
Again, like to see Raheem. It's good to see him doing the extra little bit of work, trying to win the ball back off Udo. That's the centre forward for Chennai. A bit of a lonely figure up front.
Chennai's caution first approach here as the rain is absolutely pelting down in Guwahati at the moment.
Right. Now you tell me, has Wayne Vaz got any chance of winning that ball?
Not against Rahim Ali, no chance.
No. So much about football is making the right decision at the right time. And the right decision those subs have got is to stay where they are, under the shelter.
That's disappointing from Anirudh Thapar, by his lofty standards at least. Redeem with the run. Moves it out wide towards Nintoy. Turns again and lets it go. And Anirudh Thapar, just taken the set piece, because of whom the counter had started in the first place, gone all the way back to defend.
Great work ethic.
And he's back again.
Yeah, he's a very good example for all his teammates. But that's what they've done this season, since more noticeably Soren Coyle's been there, because the results have gone their way. But it looks like they've worked as a team, both in possession of the ball and once they haven't got possession of the ball.
Yeah, he did get a bit lucky there, but take nothing away from the effort, or for that matter, from Dangri, who was busting a gut to get back as well. Should be easy for Karanjit Singh, even though there was pressure from a couple of players of North East United.
Yeah, good early delivery.
Dorji just complete missing the header there. Remember him missing a header against Mumbai City FC that got Amin Shurmiti his goal.
Yeah.
And takes his time, does the captain for Chennai tonight, Karanjit Singh.
Yeah, Puya's having a great season. I keep saying, you know, I think he's another player for me that I want to see the improvement next season. We know it's been a tough season for him here, North East United. This year, he's stood out. Will he improve next season? Will he be a better player? That's what we all hope for.
Just have to be a little careful here. Owen Coyle still having a word with Ranjit Bakshi. I'm sure he's still incensed by that red card that possibly should have never been given in the first place to Tondomba.
Yeah, I think he's just saying, hold on a minute, you know, North East United are just getting away with one or two things here at the moment. There you go, he's not happy with the one or two things on the pitch. Near the coach.
He's already seen a yellow, Khalid Jamil. The only other option is to be sent off now. He'll have to be careful as well. As you see the reactions of both the coaches. John Gregory left and then Owen Coyle took over. Robert Yanni left now. Khalid Jamil, the interim coach. That's what it's all about for North East. Just looking back at their seasons, 2014, the signing of somebody like a Koke for them. A season not ending according to plan. 2015 they got Simao Brosa to replace Juan Capdevila.
Yeah.
And 2016 was the Nelo Vingada era when they had Velez and Alfaro scoring for them. Alfaro eventually moved to FC Pune City. 2017-18 again was a bit forgettable from them. Joao de Deus in charge, and then eventually through Avram Grant and Elko Shitori, they found some rhythm last season.
They certainly did. You know, and again, my point of view is it comes down to recruitment. Who does your recruiting? Who employs you as a recruiter? Obviously somebody recruits the recruiter. So it all comes down to recruitment.
You never forget Elko Shitori mentioning how you can't make a Mini Cooper a Ferrari. He's mentioning his North East United squad.
Yeah.
Tell you what, they played like a team, which took them to the semis, and we're just mentioning how Chennai could end up with the same number of points as them. Good challenge coming in from Deepak Tangri. Another sliding challenge. This could be dangerous. Nothing given. Must look like he was a bit late on it.
I think he's just realised that Chavez has seen a challenge coming and just got up out of the way of it. First challenge was okay. That's the first challenge. But then Tangri a bit acrobatic.
Possibly the best way of putting it, Russell. Thank you. Just helped me out a bit there. Acrobatic. Yeah, that first touch just failing redeem again. And much easier now for Edwin Banspal as he's come into his own in the second half.
Yeah, that's better from Banspal. Nice and tidy, clear your lines. And again, Raheem was the right side of the pitch to try and make something out of that long pass from his fullback. And he's looked very willing as Raheem.
Toy winning that one against Nintoy.
Yeah, I'd just like to see Nintoy have a little trick up his sleeve. You know, when he gets into a one-on-one position, has he got to step over, Has he got a trick?
It's become a bit scrappy now with Chennai down to 10 men and Northeast, like you said, not really having too many tricks up their sleeves.
Not at the moment. I think Chennai can afford just to be a little bit more patient in their possession, even though they've only got 10 men. I think they can just try and slow the game down a little bit.
Toy out wide towards Remy. Just makes it a little easier for the left-footed Rakesh Pradhan. I think the instruction may be to just kill time as much as possible from Chennai's point of view.
I mean, you can still gain the initiative in the game, even though you've only got 10 men. You can be one man short, but every time you get the ball, you can dictate the pace of the game.
Speaking of Ferraris and Mini Coopers.
Yes, there's your Ferrari at the top at the moment. Rahim, centre forward for Chennai. Caught the eye a little bit tonight, very willing. Like you say, got a good turn of pace as well. 3 Chennai boys at the top of the speed board. Mini Cooper.
Challenge from Pradhan. This breaks the momentum from Chennai's standpoint. It's momentum that Northeast United FC lost. As you pointed out, Russell, in the pre-game show as well, they had 10 points in their first 6 games, unbeaten as well in their first 6 games, and it's been a struggle ever since. That 13-match winless run also includes plenty of defeats, which is why they've had to...
Yeah, it was a shame because you thought Robert Yarni has got the experience as a player and a manager to be able to make his side difficult to beat. And if you're difficult to beat and you've got a natural goal scorer up front, you always got a chance of being successful. And all of a sudden they lost that goal scorer up front, and it made life very difficult.
This could make life difficult for Chennai. Milan sings away. Chavez creating an option for him. And he took the wrong one to go towards Redeem. Eventually Redeem does get to the ball, and Northeast makes something out of this. Chennai just lining up their defence. Shot from distance. Don't worry, that's not in, but a great effort nonetheless from Apuya, the youngster.
I'll tell you what, that must have been very close to hit the stanchion behind the goal on that.
Wins it again, gives it to Redeem. Redeem takes a shot. A diving Karanjit will save that one. This time it's on target, but it's almost innocuous compared to what Apuya was trying about a minute ago.
Yeah, we saw him score a great goal with his left foot early on in the season, but there's those two again, Ludo and Apuya. You don't want those two chasing you down in midfield too often, do you?
Ganesh. We are back defending now, cleared away by Wayne Vaz. Chavez gets to it, and Dummy slips a little bit, but recovers well in time.
Yeah, for anybody joining, it's been raining non-stop since prior to the game. Pitch has played exceptionally well. Credit where it's due. Good surface here.
You can see with the ball moving around, and both sides happy to keep it on the ground as well, which just tells you a thing or two about the surface.
Reminds me of home.
You are missing home, aren't you, Russell?
No, very wet in the UK at the moment. I'm not missing the weather like that, I can assure you.
Milan Singh chips it forward towards Nin Thoy, but the Thoy without the Nin clears, and eventually the shot is well over from Pradhan. I'd be mighty disappointed with that. It was almost like a defensive clearance.
I think he got underneath that one a little bit. It's nice to see Redeem just keeping his teammates going. Bit of encouragement there.
Coming back from suspension is Redeem. The 25-year-old has scored 4 times in the last 7 home games. Love to add to it tonight, especially because he scored 4 goals, all of them in Guwahati.
Yeah, keen to keep the ball in play as long as they can. North East United, now it's gone out, time for the sub.
Unexpected lines as well, Russell. One of the 2 players to retain their place in the starting 11. Edwin Van Spal will, or looks like he will be making his way out, and Dinliana to come in.
Yeah, Dinliana's been playing right back since he came back from injury. He missed quite a few games early on in the season.
Yeah, that's what moved Edwin Van Spal to the midfield.
Yeah.
Chavez turns towards Milan Singh. Was looking for the shot himself for a second. Regan Singh helping him out.
I think Toy Singh will be saying to Owen Coyle, listen, you know, I'm not a bad left back here. If you need me to play there any time, more than happy. He's not looked out of place.
And stamina is never the problem with Toy Singh anyway. He'll give you a 32.5 km/h sprint even in the 90th minute.
You should see him in action here. There you are, good closing down. Should have brought the line off, but it's nice to see Milan Singh being given the freedom to get forward as well. Whether he'll last the whole 90 minutes, I'm not sure. Not played a great deal this season. This is where you can see those Chennai defenders in close together. Got to be close enough. If somebody makes a mistake, there's a teammate there to get you out of trouble.
"70 minutes played in Guwahati. 1-1 still. Tegani's goal cancelled out by Chavez's penalty. And Chavez is the one who's going to take this corner for the Highlanders. The 3rd of the game. Passes in there. So is Apuya. Parried away by Karanjit Singh, but only just. Looked like Saigani wanted to head it away first. Another cross comes in. This could be trouble. Chavez with the shot, and what a goal that is! Blinder of a strike from Chavez, and he brings the Highlanders back into the lead.
Golazzo! Andy Pascalidis would have loved that. What a goal. What a strike. He's threatened to get goals this season. He's nearly been there. He's nearly been there. That shows what he can do. What a strike.
Well, he delivered the corner and wasn't cleared away well enough by Chennai in the first place. Karanjit Singh just parrying it away. Milan Singh brought it back into the danger area, and then on the volley to shoot like that. What about that for a finish from the 21-year-old?
There's another contender for goal of the season. When you just take the corner, and yes, you knock it a little bit long and it goes out the other side, and you're thinking, well, I'll hang about on the edge of the 18-yard box just in case it comes my way, and then you deliver a volley like that. Take a bow.
Certainly did deserve a golazzo. You can see from the reactions of everybody how happy the whole team is for Chavez, but from Chennai's point of view, who are down to 10 men already, it could be a body blow.
Well, it will be a body blow, but you know, Owen Coyle at the end of the day, he will just be wanting to get this game done with, no injuries, no suspensions, and then they'll regroup and they'll say, right, okay, if we don't get anything northeast, we move on.
I'll tell you, this fixture's always some wonderful memories and some great football. Lendungal's hat-trick comes to mind. A long time ago, when he still was with Northeast United FC, Bartholomew Okpeche.
Yes, of course.
In a 4-3, 7-game thriller.
So you're thinking that Chavez will get a hat-trick? Is that what you're trying to say?
It could be a Chennai player. It could be anybody. The way the whole of February has gone, Russell, that's 76 goals now in the 19th match day we're having this month. That tells you the kind of entertainment that we've had. It started with that 6-3 in Kochi.
You definitely get your value for money. But that would grace any league, any football club, any match, anywhere in the world. And sometimes you have to say, listen, we've given him a little bit of criticism during the season, Chavez. We thought he moaned a lot at the referees. We thought he was trying to kid one or two people on with his antics. But credit where credit is due, that is a wonderful, wonderful goal.
And Nim Dorji with the assist as well, with that header, just ensuring that that bullet cross that came in from Milan Singh stayed very much with Northeast.
I was in the process of being about to say, he's just put a little too much pace on that cross, as Milan Singh. But look how it worked out. There you go. That touch map, they should circle that one on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Coming to that point in this game, if ISL 6, the 89 matches told us anything, expect late drama. 8 goals conceded by Northeast after the 75th minute, and Chennai FC have been guilty of conceding a fair few as well. 7 of their 24 goals conceded after the 75th minute, and Chennai's games have actually seen 15 goals being scored in the last 15 minutes, so I'm sure this is far from over.
So from Khalid Jamil's point of view, the interim coach from Northeast United, does he say, okay, let's now sit on our 2-1 lead? Or do we try and really finish the season off in style, now that we're playing against a 10-man outfit for the last 15 minutes? What would you do?
If I know anything about Khalid Jamil, I'm sure he'd like to sit on the 2-1. But I could be wrong because this is the ISL.
Yeah, and we're past that 75-minute mark.
Owen Coyle, on the other hand, would just be thinking, this is a side that it took 769 minutes to score their first goal. Hadn't scored in 769 minutes. That's more than 12 and a half hours of football. And then took 588 minutes to score their first goal away from home. Passed it back towards Karanjeet there. Did Tinliana. And Northeast come again. Nintoy with the cross. Chavez wins it, brings it down as well, but down clear.
It's a shame he lost his footing when he landed. I think if it had landed clean, he could have got onto the loose ball. I would have liked to see Ningtoy take on the last defender on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Side netting. Everybody in Guwahati just got a little bit excited for the boy from Shillong. They keep calling him boy from Shillong. He's grown up now, but that's what he's always been called.
He's one tough little character. Definitely got an eye for goal.
Chavez brought in to score or help the likes of Jian and Triadis score a lot more. 2 shots, 2 goals, 1 chance created. Can't fault his performance today. By no means am I suggesting
1 fantastic shot, 1 penalty. Yeah. Oh, it's all coming out now. Good play by Pradham.
Team with that cross will find absolutely no one in a Northeast shirt, and Toy Singh would just love to see that go away.
Here we go. Nice little reverse pass from Redeem. Good strength by Pradham.
Ganesh. An up and down game for Ganesh. Oh, that's a mistake from the keeper. Sorampora redeems himself. Almost 2-2 for Chennai there.
Go on, carry it. Landing toy for me should go on an overlap and go around the outside of Milan there.
Great cross, and a header comes in as well. The punch from Karanjit, but I think that's it.
Oh, he
just
smashed it
Chavez
as well. Yeah. He got a right crack in the face. Brave header when you know the goalkeeper's coming out. Decent cross in from Milan. But he's not the biggest. Martin Chavez, and he got the full force of Karanjit there. A fist, a forearm and an elbow right in the face. So Poirier at the other end, really making a pig's ear of it.
almost taking out Wayne Vaz with it. Got redeemed Talang. All 3 goals at home this season. In fact, all 4 of his goals have come in Guwahati.
Yeah. The acrobatic one.
Some finished out with his left foot as well in that game. It's more comfortable for Karanjit. Swerved nicely into his hands.
I'll just tell you something. The goalkeeper smashes the player there. Yeah, the player's back up getting on with the game. If it happens the other way around to a goalkeeper, we'll be having 10 minutes extra time at the end of this match. And we talk about them being a little bit protected here and there, and I'll probably get criticised for saying this about goalkeepers, but they are a little bit overprotected. In fact, Martin Chavez for getting up and getting on with the game so quickly.
I'm sure apart from not shouting Golazzo on that Chavez strike, you won't be missing Andy Pascalidis, the goalkeeper, next to you.
G'day, mate. Who would not be missing Andy Pascalidis?
Yeah, absolutely right. Our Aussie commentator has been with us for more than half the season.
Yeah.
Reagan with that cross, but again, Segani in the way. Good composure as well from the Afghan. Almost manages to bring it down, and in time. The double sub getting ready for Chennai FC. Almost said Northeast there. That's because you saw Cherry and Lalanjwala Changte, 2 Mizo boys, getting ready to come on for Chennai.
Ganesh is one of the players going off. Not sure who the other one is at the moment. Is Changte coming on with the instructions that you two have got 10 minutes to save the game? And Remy, the other, making way.
I got a look in today in the Hero ISL. Did Remy, 39th Indian to make his debut this season. Born in Manipur but plays for Chennai, just like Changte and Jerry, Mizo boys, who are playing for Chennai.
Yeah. Lovely. So Toy Singh has moved from left back now to right side of midfield. Raheem still battling away up front. Credit where it's due to him.
Changte up against his former side. Just one cap for Northeast in his career, and then, like we said, he made that move to Delhi, and then now with the two-time champs, 4 goals this season. Headed away by Pradhan. It's almost expecting a shot there, was the Northeast defender, but Changte was offside.
Well, I'm not sure he was, but I'm not sure why the whistle blew. You might be right, might be offside.
I think it was Rahim Ali who was deemed offside there, as you can see from the flag of the assistant.
A very quick VAR assessment there. A very acute reaction.
I tell you what, you now is looking for a full form other than the obvious, just as you were saying it. But that's been the kind of game we've had today.
It was a tight call. It was not clear and obvious.
The 2 subs getting involved straight away. Cherry decides that he's got a better arm than Lalanzuala Changte.
Yeah. Oh,
Could be a handball, not given. Sehgani almost hits Pranjal Banerjee in descent there. Sorampore just delaying that run a little bit, but eventually gets to the ball before any Chennai player could. That's the appeal of the handball. Not surprising to see Thapa right at the top of that list. 8.8 kilometers, Germans just behind him, and Apuya. 2 men you almost expect will be covering a lot of distance in any game.
yeah, probably Thapa's covered a bit more distance than Owen Coyle would have wanted him to tonight. But, like you say, going down to 10 men, it's made it a little bit difficult. So he's had to do his normal shift in midfield and clock the miles up, which he does on a regular basis. Very good athlete.
Headed away by Regan. Right, this will test Chennai's defense. Chavez looking for his hat-trick. Dangri in front of him. Chavez decides to chip. Almost reminiscent of the other 17 games that he's played and not the 18th tonight.
Yeah, he blotted his copybook there. I thought he was going to go one-on-one. If he goes against Tangri, I think he's got a chance of, you know, getting past the defender and getting into an area where he can actually, you know, slide it past the goalkeeper as well, or make the defender either try and bring you down or you go past him and then you're one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I think he has the talent to do that. Just a bad decision.
Just going to say, but just not the confidence because of the season that he's had.
Yeah, probably, but you would have thought tonight, 2 goals under his belt. One very cool penalty, one outstanding volley. He's still looking to get in there again, though.
German intercepts him nicely. Doesn't find Thapa though, who's still on the pitch, and that almost is a bit worrying from Chennai's point of view, because you've got a semi-final to play in 4 days' time.
Yeah.
It's the lack of options, and it's his experience that can bring them back into this game.
Yeah, it just felt that maybe he could have taken Thapa off at half-time, and Edwin maybe, and just said, listen, you know, we'll go with what we've got. You know, I need to keep some legs in those 2 players. But I'm sure Mr. Coyle knows exactly what he's doing. There you go, Martin Chavez, 2 goals, top of the sprint list. You say that's his best performance of the season tonight?
I was just thinking that 30-second sprint could have brought him his hat-trick, but it never came.
Yeah, not surprising. Choi is up there. That's his game. Good change of pace.
Almost managing.
Yeah, that was
Rahim Ali.
just that little bit of misunderstanding. Nice interplay, first of all with Thapper, and then he's just looking to play one more 1-2 off his centre forward. His centre forward is just looking for the little ball in behind.
Back to base camp, which is the Marina Arena, where they play the semi-final as it stands against FC Goa, the first Hero ISL league winners officially, because they got the shield and the prize money. It's not the first time they've topped the league, but eventually get something for it, and obviously become the first Indian side to qualify straight into the group stages of the AFC Champions League, as Karanjit comes out and clears that with his head. Not the first Indian club to play, but first Indian side to into the group stage. Here's a look at that chance again, and Karanjit just reading the danger well in time, before Nintoy could get to it.
He used his head on that occasion very wisely.
Look at Shekhani, look at where he's come. Jangte's got the pace, and he's certainly got the energy now that he's just come on for Chennai. Shekhani wins that header, but goes straight to the captain on the other side, Leodo.
Yeah, Sagani's pushed up to try and get an equaliser.
Chennai pressing more bodies forward, and as much as it creates an opportunity for them with the likes of Shekhani moving up, it also keeps Northeast interested for a counter-attack. It's really Chennai who've flourished more with that strategy under Owen Coyle. 7 goals from counter-attacks in their last 5 games going into this one. Under Owen Coyle, they've employed that strategy into good effect, scoring 9 of their 27. 1/3. Good ball through. Almost the perfect opportunity for Redeem. And on the other side, but Dungri comes in the way.
That was nearly the hat-trick. Great through ball. Milan Singh, fantastic run, fantastic through ball, great pace on it, good challenge from the goalkeeper and Redeem. Both went in hard, both went in fair. Both looked after themselves. Yeah, well done, lads. So you can go in hard and fair and not hurt each other. You can see the blemish on the side of Martin Chavez's face. That he got the wrong side of the goalkeeper.
He'll get that if he wins the award, and he wins wins the hat-trick as well today.
Well, there's good clearance off the line anyway. You know, when Chavez followed up that last challenge from Redeem, and I think it was Tangri again getting on the goal line and doing good defensive work.
Leodo back towards Chavez. Will he go himself? Redeem takes it straight into the hands of Karanjit. No conviction in that shot, or didn't quite get the contact that he desired.
Yeah, I don't know if Redeem got in his way a little bit. Well, boy, he's just laid one on the ground there. Yeah, well done, lads. Listen, it's the end of the season. There's only a couple of minutes to go. Puyi was a little bit late on Toy Singh, I think.
As a substitute, Deepu Murda getting ready to come back for Northeast. Say come back, play the last game. from Golaghat. 6 goals in the Khelo India Games 2020. We now have some defending to do from Thapa's free kick. Leodo with his head. German looking for a shot for a second. Tangri gives it out wide towards Changte. Redeems missed it. Opportunity for Chennai here to steal a late equalizer, perhaps with a minute and a half to go. Thapa's delivery not the best at this stage of the game, but eventually Chennai had the ball back. Changte! Back on level terms! And the boy from Mizoram scores in Guwahati against his former side to bring the two-time champions back level. What a finish to the game.
Isn't it nice to see a clean strike from that young man? I thought he'd wasted the opportunity of getting across into the box. He came back, he got it again, he stepped inside. Great balance, he wanted it. And that's how easy it is. One touch, clean strike, hit the target. Bump. If it had finished like that all this season, he could have had a dozen goals at least. He's been in that sort of position time and time and time again. Scuffed a shot, miss-hit a shot, blazed a shot wide. Get it clean, get it precise, hit the target, you find the back of the net.
Told you expect late drama, as we've often done this season. There could be more here. Sorampura is out of his line, but will be helped out by Regan Singh. There'll be a late winner. No, there won't. No, there won't. Chavez's 2 goals cancelled out by a centre-back and a super substitute. Segani scoring for Owen Coyle's side, and Changte scoring that late equalizer, which may not take Chennai to third, but certainly tells you what the mentality in that Chennai camp is all about.
Yeah, great mentality, you know, they fall back all game. Martin Chavez, for me, the hero of the match. You can see he'll be disappointed that, you know, he's just taken the edge off that award for him tonight by the fact that it's not first side that's won the 3 points. I'm afraid that sums their season up. Promised a lot at the start of the season, some good performances, some good individual performances, but just not been able to get the whole picture right. It's like a jigsaw. There's always been a piece missing somewhere down the line.
See, it'd be disappointing from Northeast United FC's point of view, because that becomes from a 3rd win to an 8th draw. Chavez with 2 goals, Changte and Segani scoring 2. It's 2-2 in Guwahati.